Good morning, everyone. It's Mary Agnew with the Sacred Threshold. Finally back again after missing a couple of weeks from the god awfulest cold I've had in a while. So I appreciate you guys being um, uh, patient with me as I got over all of that. And I have my cough drops here because I still have the cough. So today is June 9th, 2024, and we're going to chat for a bit and then see what the energy of the week card is for us. So I want you guys to pay some attention. And of course, I'm really bad at this. There we go. There, the Yellowstone River. So one of the things I just adore about this river, it is the longest free-flowing river in the lower 48. No dams on it for 700 something miles. So every year it just naturally floods. The snow melt, you can see the mountains back behind me there with a little bit of snow on them still. So in the normal way of things, it floods every year. And, it's always interesting to see how much logs and trees and so forth get washed down. It's always interesting to see when it recedes, and it will, it always does. How has the river changed? And isn't that true of our lives as well? I know I've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it again today about the floods that happen in our lives and the debris that gets carried away. Sometimes when it all hits the fan at once, we're like, oh my God, I just can't, this is the worst. It's the dark night of the soul. And I'm not diminishing dark nights of the soul. They can be a real bear, but they also clear things away. They clear away the debris that doesn't serve you, that old stuff that's hanging around. Maybe it's, replaying in your mind a conversation that you had with somebody ages ago. Why do we carry that stuff? We carry that stuff because we're human, and it is time to let it wash on past. Yeah, we can't control other people. We can't even control what's happening in our own lives. Um, but we need to, just remember, as my dear friend and lovely, lovely mentor used to say all the time, Mavis Patilla, this too shall pass, just as that flood is going to pass, just as it's going to wash away the old debris. The same thing happens to us. We go through these things and we think, oh my goodness, and then we get some distance to it, and that might be a day, an hour, it might be 4 years, and you look back on it and be like, wow, that really did need to happen to get me to where I am today, and I'm so grateful for where I am today. So just keep that in mind as you go through these tough times. And, reach out by yourself. Find a friend to talk to. We can get online for better or worse. One of my favorite ways of dealing with stuff is to pull out my journal and just write and write and write with no intention that it's ever going to be seen by anybody else. Excuse me a second. And just write and let it out. Peel back that icky layer, peel it back, and see where your soul really is. So let's take a look at a card this week. So this card is such an interesting card. It's called the No Thingness. No thingness. So here I am talking about, wash away that which doesn't serve you anymore. Let the flood come in. See the good or the gratitude in the flood stages. And here pops up this card. What this card is talking about is non-attachment. Non-attachment, which is exactly what we're talking about with the flood. those dead trees, those limbs, whatever, they wash on by. They don't grab onto this shore and say, no, I'm not leaving, I'm not. They are non-attached to where they are. They're non-attached to where they're going. They're non-attached. Oh my God, let's all work this week on not taking things so terribly personally. Somebody cuts us off in traffic, maybe they're running late. Maybe their kids yelling in the back seat. Maybe they've just lost concentration for 1/10 of 1 second, haven't we all? It's not a personal assault against you, non-attachment. Send some blessings their way. Maybe them cutting you off is keeping you from being 10 seconds early and you would be in an accident. So bless them, bless them. Thank you, thank you. Good luck to you. I hope you have a good day. All of those things, non-attachment, non-attachment, non-attachment. Let's really work on this week. And if you can picture a log floating by, well, you would think that someday I would learn which way to do this. Just think about, look how high that water is. And once the logs are in there, there's no stopping it. There's no attachment to it. So let's really this week think about that. Has somebody said something to you, something happened? Don't waste your vital life energy fretting and going over it and over it and over it. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So there we go. That's our card, our calling for this week is to let it go. So let's do a quick little healing meditation. Rub those palms, get those chakras good and activated. Hands on your heart. Lower your eyes. Feel your heartbeat. I want you to take just a second to feel the heartbeat beneath your hands. Take it to yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. Always start with love. Always start with love. And feel your body respond to that. And now I would like you to go ahead and bring up some incident, something somebody said, something somebody did that has been chewing up space in your mind. Go ahead and bring that up. And I want you to find yourself walking over to a river, and that river is flowing. And what somebody said, what somebody did, blow your breath into it and release it. I release you, I release you, I release you. Envision yourself putting it into the river. Take a deep breath as you watch, and your little package that you just put in bobs, bobs, bobs down the river. It doesn't circle back around. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the river taking whatever that issue was. Now picture reaching your arms out open wide to that sunshine, to the breeze, to the clouds, and gather that clean earth energy, the bright, the clean earth energy, and bring it into your heart to fill that space of whatever it was that you just released. Nature does not like a vacuum, so let us choose to fill it with life, with love, with newness, with freshness. Another deep breath. And feel your soul bubbling with joy. Another deep breath. And feel your soul body. I want you to, in your mind's eye, I'm seeing with your soul's body is if you stood back and saw it, you were standing taller, much taller than when you first approached the river with this burden. however big or small, that you were carrying, you let it go. You gathered that life energy and your soul energy. And with great gratitude, thank you, thank you, thank you. By us raising our soul's energy, it gives the freedom and the roadmap for others to raise their energy as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Saying thank you to you personally for bringing your soul's energy to the party, to your neighborhood, to your relationships, to the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping to heal the world as you heal yourself. Now, hands back on your heart again with gratitude. Thank you. With love. Thank you. With gratitude. Thank you. And remember, your challenge this week is non-attachment, no thingness. And remember, this too shall pass. Don't waste those precious life moments worrying about something that was said or done. Doesn't matter. Move it on out. All right, my dears, thank you so much. Mary Agnew with the Sacred Threshold. You know, I do private shamanic healing sessions. If you need some help in moving that stuff on out, that's what I do. I'm also an intuitive and a medium. If I can help you any, drop me a line on my Facebook page, The Sacred Threshold, or on my website, thesacredthreshold.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye now.